Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the ordinary 100% plant-derived squalane. At first I would like to go over the benefits, then I want to share with you an example skincare routine, and lastly show you the application. And you'll find the timestamps and example skincare routines in the description box down below. Now, squalane is naturally present in our skin. However, as we age, this decreases and therefore you can experience more dryness and dehydrated skin. And therefore, the idea is that you're going to supplement the skin with squalane, making the skin more hydrated, soft and smooth, as it's a very lightweight texture that quickly absorbs into the skin while protecting the skin from the environment by fighting free radicals. Now, it is suitable for all skin types. It won't clog pores, you can use it daily in the morning and or evening, and it has a very neutral, not really noticeable scent to it. Now, you can use squalane on its own. After your cleansing step, pat the skin dry, apply squalane, and if you have sun exposure during the day, follow with your sunscreen afterwards. But if you want to include it in a skincare routine where you're using more than one product, make sure that you're using products that are suitable for your skin type and skin concerns. And try to keep the routine as simple as possible if you can. This way, you're going to decrease the risk of experiencing irritation. Now, I have prepared for you an example morning and evening skincare routine in a PowerPoint to give you a visual guide. I have the setup of the evening skincare routine behind me as well, keeping the main focus towards the ordinary products. And I want to share with you the order of application, so just pick what treatments would then fit with your skin type and skin concerns. Now let's have a look into the evening skincare routine, which you can see right here. You're going to get started with, first of all, washing your face using a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. Then pat the skin dry. After that, if you like to, you can work with an hydrating and soothing toner or essence, or as in this example, use an leave-on exfoliating acid toner or serum. Those are water-based products. Then follow on with your face serum, apply to the skin, leave it on the skin, and then you would apply your squalane on top of it. And then you can leave it as it is, or as the very last step in your evening skincare routine, you can follow with a moisturizer afterwards. This would be the order of application. Use your squalane before applying your moisturizer, because squalane has, first of all, a much thinner texture. It absorbs a bit deeper into the skin compared to your moisturizer. And when using your moisturizer on top, you're going to lock in the benefits of squalane and all the other treatments that you have applied beforehand. Otherwise, you could also go ahead and use 2 drops of squalane and mix it with a pea-sized amount of moisturizer and then apply the mixture to the skin, so you can customize it. But please remember, this would be the order of application. For the morning skincare routine, it could look pretty much the same. However, I've changed it up a bit so that after your cleansing step, you may want to include a water-based eye serum, then follow on with your face serum, then apply your squalane, and lastly your moisturizer if you should feel a need. And if you have sun exposure during the daytime, well, you would follow with your sunscreen afterwards. This is the very last step in your morning skincare routine. If you're a person that wears makeup, well, once you've applied your sunscreen, make sure to wait at least 10 to 15 minutes for your sunscreen to set before applying your makeup on top of it. This would be then the order of application. Now, below the example skincare routine, you can see the overall general guide of how you would use the individual products. However, if you want to go over it in your own time and you want to see what products that I have picked, I have everything for you in a PowerPoint. After the example skincare routines, you'll find the product description box part where I've listed everything, including a little description and next to each product for whom it is suitable, what it does to the skin. After that, you will find a general skincare tips guide on how you can do a patch test, properly wash your face to avoid skincare pilling, layering tips, and then also a sunscreen application and removal guide. So there you have all the information that you need to know. And you'll find everything in the PowerPoint, which is in the description box down below. But now let's head into the application. Now we're going to get started with properly washing your face, and I'm going to demonstrate this step to ensure proper absorption, layering, and avoid skin sensitivities. And this already starts off by using the right cleanser for your skin type and needs. For example, use an oil or balm cleanser if you're trying to remove mineral sunscreen or waterproof makeup. If that's not the case for you, just work with your regular water-based cleanser. Then read on the back of the packaging if it needs to be applied to dry or wet skin. When using water, use lukewarm water to warm water, so around body's temperature, but avoid hot water, otherwise it may dry out your skin. Then when washing your face above the sink, I highly recommend using a soft, clean, damp washcloth to remove any last traces of cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup that you may have missed, and then properly pat the skin dry. As an example, I'm going to use the Ordinary Glucoside Foaming Cleanser, which is suitable for all skin types, and it needs to be applied to wet skin, which is now what I'm going to do. So let's get started. Then dispense about a coin-size amount in the palm of your hand. About that much. Rub your hands together, and when using your regular water-based cleanser, massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds. Now rinse it off. Then use your damp clean washcloth to remove any last traces of cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup. Now I recommend rinsing again. And now it's time to take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the remaining water drops from the skin surface. This is an important step to do. Please do not skip this. After you're done with your cleansing step, you can move on to the optional steps if they are working well for your skin type and skin concerns. Now remember, this would be now your hydrating and soothing toner or essence, or maybe your exfoliating acid toner or serum. Then follow on with your face serum or overall treatment layer from the thinnest to the thickest texture, and then you would apply your squalane oil on top. Let each product properly absorb into the skin before moving on to the next step. Now with this one right here, I'm going to move immediately forward and basically using the squalane now on its own. You can use about 3 to 5 drops for your face and neck and then blend it evenly all over. Rub your hands together and then do the application. And now you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now you can use it on its own or as the last step in your skincare routine when it comes to your evening skincare routine, or just before applying your sunscreen for the morning if you have sun exposure. However, if you now prefer to work with a moisturizer as well, then use it on top of your squalane. Just give it about 1 to 2 minutes in between before moving on to the moisturizer application. And this way you can look in the benefits of squalane, and based on the layering, it also may feel a bit more comfortable if you prefer the individual layering application way. Now when using your moisturizer, this can be your favorite moisturizer or for example the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors, and then go ahead, use about a pea to a bean size amount. About that much, more or less. Rub your fingers together and then apply it on top of your squalane. Once you're done with the application, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And then there you have it. This would be then the order of application when working with squalane and your moisturizer. Remember to use your moisturizer on top of squalane to lock in the benefits of your treatments, as well as squalane, as it has larger molecules, it is a bit thicker, and primarily sits on the skin surface to protect the skin from the outside and to prevent water loss. Now, when doing this routine, or if you say, well, I like to work with a moisturizer, but I do not like to layer them individually. I prefer to mix squalane with my moisturizer to boost the hydration and to give my moisturizer a bit of a boost of squalane, as it may not include it, well, then you can go ahead and do so. And in that sense, use about a pea-sized amount of your favorite moisturizer, or again, the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors. I suggest just going with a regular moisturizer, nothing too fancy or too specific, to ensure those benefits. Then use a pea-sized amount, so about that much. And then dispense 2 drops to the moisturizer. And then mix it in the palm of your hand. And once you have nicely mixed it, rub it between your hands and then apply it evenly all over your face and neck. Once you're done with the application, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Remember to go with either one method, either layer them individually or do the mixture and apply it to the skin. And I recommend not using too much of your moisturizer as well as squalane when doing the mixture. Otherwise, you're going to use too much product, which then can feel uncomfortable on the skin, or you're wasting too much product in the palm of your hand. Now, this is what I wanted to share with you, and I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember, if you want to go over the example skincare routine, you'll find it in the PowerPoint, which is in the description box down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you want to learn more about skincare products, the layering applications and what should not be used in the same routine to avoid irritation, well, you find so much more on my channel, so head on there to learn more about it, and I will see you there. Happy skincaring!